How's it going, JDM crew? John here from JDM EXPO in an R33 riding into the sunset. Got a couple hours until sunset, so the lighting is pretty decent, but yeah, an R33, which I think the mic should be able to pick up how loud this is. It is pretty unique for an R33. And as you can hear, it's definitely a unique tune. Definitely, this is a sedan, which, by the way, yes, this is a sedan R33. But there's a lot of little details about this which are really fascinating. If you guys are looking for the TLDR, this is a 40th anniversary AUTECH R33 GTR 4-door sedan. So you can look up all the details that way if you're interested. It's definitely a unique car, but there's definitely more about it, especially this one in particular, that makes it really special. And we'll be getting into that in the next few minutes. So that sound that you're hearing, yes, that's indeed an RB26, but it's not just an RB26. I guess it's technically an RB28 at this point. You guys are gonna like that. The sound, can you guys even, I'm just really hoping that the mic is getting this, because yes, we've had the RB27 before, and we've had all sorts of other vehicles come through here. But yeah, an RB28 that's really well tuned, like, you don't really see that every day. This is just freaking awesome. So yeah, this thing has got a ton of Greddy trussed components, intake, exhaust. We've got the 2.8 liter stroker kit on here, which I'm not sure which shop did it. We do have the last 10 years of records at least, so you can check with our sales team on that additional information, but you can already hear from the sound that it's not a normal R33, let alone a sedan or an AUTECH or a 40th anniversary AUTECH. So just a lot going for this car, and I am being held in place with these beautiful Recaros. I forget what the number was. I think it was like SD37 or something. I'll double check the model number while we're going through the interior. And I believe that the exhaust was also custom made, but I forget which parts were trussed components. We'll be going through the list a little bit later. Just when you see the engine bay and you guys pair it with the sound that you're hearing, just listen to that. Oh. So why don't we just take a trip over to Osaka? Looks like a truck had an emergency there. Interesting, isn't it? All the way up to around 7,000 RPM. Very fascinating. And so, for you guys wondering, I'm only hovering around like 3,000 RPM between shifts. So that's just insane, the sound coming from this engine. Alright, so here with the interior, as you can see, door panels and the dash are looking really fine. And the interior carpeting and everything as well. And here's the HKS FCON V Pro. So besides the other electronics, we've already got the ECU that's already updated, better processing. And here's the passenger side Recaro seat. Beautiful suede, really nice. And the Nismo shift knob here. See if we can focus. There we go. Oh, lost it. And we do have the electronic toll card reader and turbo timer and the gritty select there. We've got several gritty and blitz items here, including the RVIT Type 2 and the ProSpec B-Spec 2. So all sorts of different options here for you, and it all works together into this beautiful setup. And I did notice, though, of course, can't fully confirm, but we do have, oh, I can actually see it better through here now with the Kenwood speakers. So we do have upgraded audio all around, as well as this Eclipse setup here. And of course, for the rear seats, as you can see, the carpeting's looking real good here. Got the original GTR center carpeting there with logo, and these seats here, which, as you can see, it's like I mentioned earlier, a little bit more comfortable. You don't have the center seat belt set up. They actually have this little separator there, so comfort for all passengers on here, so very nice. Alright, so since we're done with the interior here, just wanted to show you the trunk area as well. So you see the GTR logo, that is official for this edition because it is an AUTECH. So these are definitely not conversions, and plenty of trunk space, as you would expect from a sedan. You can see OEM strut bars here, both front and rear, and really good carpeting here. We've got the spare tire underneath and all of the sound deadening material, so as you can see, they never needed to use this. That's good. And a little tool pack there, and the jack is on the side, so everything is included. I did want to give you just another angle of the interior from this side here before closing the door. And I'll make sure to get to the rest of the exterior in a bit, but they do have this carbon style trim on various components. As you can see, also the upgraded suspension for this. Let's dive into the engine bay here. And here we are. Look at this, just gorgeous. And so yes, it is an actual 2.8 liter. And if you're looking for information from your favorite registry, make sure to check out these numbers right here. It is genuine. You can even see RB26 right there. As you can see, they definitely improved it. So most of the parts on here seem to be gritty / trussed. So it's really nice. They got this plumbing for the intercooler here, really nice. It's extra thick, so you definitely get that reliable air charge in there, nice and cooled down. get that maximum power. And a lot of the fuel components are actually HKS, so we do have the fuel rail and a lot of the plumbing that goes to that as well. We have Greddy coilovers, so or trussed, so yeah, trussed Greddy, you know, all that good stuff. This is adjustable from the inside with that little device that I showed you. That's next to the turbo timer, so all of that can be dialed into your taste. It's pretty good right now, set up nicely, pretty comfortable. And here you can see the HKS intake and the stainless mesh filters, Samco hoses, a bunch of different silicone components for the hosing and for a lot of the attachments, and for a lot of the vacuum lines and boost lines, just everything going around. They definitely upgraded as well, so a lot of the support gear that you would expect to be upgraded was nicely done. It also has the GTSS turbines on there, so these spool up really nice and quick. And actually what wasn't on the parts list was also a newer alternator there, so that should be pretty good. But all in all, yes, this has got plenty of goodies for that power delivery here. And alright, I'll give it a little bit of that walk around for the exterior so you guys can see. We do have the xenon headlights, xenon, however you want to say it. Noble gas that gives us light. And we do have Brembo brakes all around, so I'm not sure of how many millimeters these are, but these are really beefy. They do stop nice. So with that extra horsepower and crazy spooling and much better response, you can see you can also stop just as well with these Brembo brakes. Always a fan of good brake systems. Definitely a long suspension, I always recommend that as well before adding a lot more power, but this has got it all. And so yes, we do have these Volk Racing rims, and by the way, these are 18x9s. As you can see, we got 265, 35, 18. These are really good, and surprisingly for as wide as it is, didn't have any problem with the handling, especially with some of the more rougher roads here. I wasn't pulling to one side or the other, so it's wide but not too wide, and pretty forgiving even for 35. So well, there you have it, folks, another really crazy car from JDM Expo. And if you got any questions about this or any other vehicles, make sure to hit up our sales team, info@jdm-expo.com. They'll be able to let you know all that you want to know about these cars and any others. Just check our website and check the other videos on here. And if it's not available, they could probably let you know about something else. And this one, the inspections are good until March of March of next year, so it's good for another 4 or 5 months, so I'll probably have to get that renewed. So if you're in Japan, this is definitely ready for you, but if you're anywhere else in the world, it is a 98, so for in the States, you can be waiting a little while. But ask our guys about the indoor storage, or if you want anything like that, they can let you know about the process and any other details. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter is a great way to reach them, so just make sure to send us a DM, and well, I won't be answering. Sales guys got you covered, and I got some other videos to do, so I'll make sure to get to that. We've got a few more interesting cars, and definitely this is probably one of the tops, probably one of my favorite sedans that we've had over the last few years. And freaking RB28, huh? Just hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.